Aloha, this is Tara, the metabolic therapist. Welcome to the Trust Your Gut Club, where we meet live on Wednesdays. It's the afternoon here in Hawaii, and we love to meet here weekly for many of us to join and share in questions, recipes, all around like do-it-yourself digestive wellness. So I'm Tara, the metabolic therapist, happy to share my passion, my love for vibrant living. And today, as you join on, thank you so much for being here. Go ahead and leave a note. Let me know where you are, what's going on with you, how I may be of support. I'm happy to share. Today, what I'd love to chat with you about is all things sodium. I want to share that I'm at a co-working space here in Honolulu. I feel so overjoyed to be working collaboratively again together live. It means so much. And I've started an intermittent fasting club there. So yesterday we started our first group fast, and I find, I've been doing this for several years, and I understand the value of making sure we're hydrated and not necessarily overhydrated. That can happen. We drink gallons of water, and then what can happen is we flush out or dilute our essential substances, mainly our electrolytes. Now, the electrolytes I love to focus on are magnesium, sodium, and potassium. And when we are working out a lot, fasting, creating that like natural stress on our body, sometimes those electrolytes need to be replenished. Now, I get it. Some people, like in my world, I love sodium. Sodium is vital for my heart function, for my energy. It helps with muscle cramping. But I realize, there's still lots of indoctrination out there saying like, oh, keep the sodium low because of heart issues. And my take on that is that's because it's some pretty swaggy salt, lots of like table salt, Morton salt. What you're going to find at a random restaurant is going to have lots of bleaches and food chemicals. So absolutely stay away from that. However, I'm sure you can find a beautiful pink Himalayan salt. I was even gifted some awesome Celtic salt the other day. And these natural minerals from the earth, they help to regulate our body's functions. Okay, so if you've ever experienced the keto flu, where you felt, we can call it a keto flu, we can call it detox reactions as we're, extending our fasting window and we're stretching ourselves. We might feel like spaciness or just not right. And oftentimes, like I love to promote making sure that we're supplementing with our electrolytes. And I find that some people are a little like cautious around that. And it makes sense. So if you have any questions, you have anything to add to this, please send me a note in the chat. Let me know that you're here. And so what I love to do, oftentimes when people first kind of start this and they have like, some detox responses or some adjustment periods, some people call it the keto flu. I can see how that can become like deterring, like it can be, oh, this isn't working for me. I'm just going to, stop doing it. And what I love to do is like find ways to then support the body, especially as we're changing over the fueling system. If we're going from a sugar burner to a fat burner, and it's valuable when we're increasing our fasting window. So the body is going to go into its cellular cleansing, and that may have some, some discomfort in the body. And so we can support it by making sure that we are hydrated with electrolytes. So often I'll just put a pinch of salt in my water. There's also this company, I'm not sponsored by them, but Keto Chow, they make some electrolyte drops. And then I also love their little to-goes. So I keep some of these in my purse so that if I'm feeling off, I can just add one to my water. And that's super helpful. I don't mind supplementing with electrolytes because it's valuable. And I don't have to very often, but there are days that I can feel it. And when, for instance, if I wake up with a muscle cramp, like in my leg or in my feet, perhaps that drinking magnesium can be helpful, but I also will just take a little bit of this, pink salt and put a pinch right underneath the tongue. My body takes it in, assimilates it, and my cramping shifts. So I just want to bring that into the thoughts and the thought process. So what I want to also share about the role of sodium, the positive role of sodium, and I have a few notes here. The main functions of sodium in our body include regulating fluid balance outside of our cells, and this helps our blood flow. There's also conductive nerve impulses in our brain and nervous system that we need sodium to function as a human. And then the sodium helps to maintain our blood pressure. And then also is helpful in transporting nutrients through the gut. So super helpful. And this is, quite essential. And then so restriction, why it isn't a good idea, is that our kidneys then pee out less sodium, and because the body's wanting to preserve what we have. And then this process comes with consequences, namely a flood of hormones like aldosterone, renin, and norepinephrine with potentially, I don't think I'm saying that right, norepinephrine, with potentially undesirable effects. And I want you to know that both renin and aldosterone raise the blood pressure, and norepinephrine, I'm gonna learn how to say that. It's not a bad hormone per se. It helps you to get going, but it is also part of the stress response and boosts levels of blood pressure, spiking renin. So you see, there needs to be a balance. So too much of a good thing is unnecessary, but not enough, not so good either. So consider these tips for your daily self-care, electrolytes, and making sure that we're supporting our body's essential substances. So that's what I have for you today. Trust Your Gut Clubbers. And if you have any questions, let me know. If you're watching this replay afterwards, you have some thoughts, let me know. So grateful to be here with you. Okay. Well, have the most beautiful day. We're winter in Hawaii. We've had lots of rains lately, but today is a beautiful day. So I'm ready to get outside, go take a walk. We had a fun time in the chair yoga today. So again, tune in. Let us know that you're here. I'm really happy on Wellness Wednesdays to share in the chair yoga as well as this Trust Your Gut Club meetup. So let me know you're here. Share with your loved ones. Tune back in. Give me a call. Let me know. Check out my website. And I'm doing complimentary discovery calls so that you and I can talk about your health goals, and you can see if health coaching is good for you, because I'm so happy to be sharing my facilitation expertise in helping women primarily with autoimmune discomfort. And this is oftentimes autoimmunity doesn't even get diagnosed, but it shows up with like itchy skin, bloated bellies, awkward hormones, all sorts of things. So feel free. You can sign up on my website, themetabolictherapist.com, and we'll set up a time that works for you for us to get on the phone for like 15, 20 minutes and talk about your goals. So thanks so much for tuning in here to Live Yoga Channel. Again, subscribe. That'll help us a lot. Have a beautiful day. Uhui ho, which means until next time, aloha.